Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your host with the most, Ted Rogers, none other Tales from the Park, and I got my main man, Dontell Jefferson here, man, just to, give us some insight on, the game. I've always been a big fan of basketball and just people that's like doing good in the community. And I see that you wrote this book, How to Make It to the NBA. I want you to explain, like, to our viewers out there, man, like what really does it take to make it to the NBA, or in other facets of life, maybe not just basketball.
Yeah, I think to me the biggest thing is understanding patience, man. Like there's no right way or wrong way to reach your success or whatever that looks like to you. And then not comparing yourself to others. I think that was one of the biggest things that I did even with writing my book. I wanted to have a camp down in Cordelia, Georgia, where I was born at, and then I compared it to my best friend who had a camp up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, man, and I didn't see it being successful as it is, man, and so I never did that camp, but I was able to take my knowledge and put it into the book, man, and I wanted to be able to give not only parents but young athletes just a different way and a different perspective of how to reach your goals, and then being able to understand that it's not always going to be what you see on Instagram. I think a lot of kids are raised by Instagram now, and they're influenced by Instagram. So I want to just be a real person with a real voice, and show my failures and then also achievements along that way, and then how other people can achieve those same type of goals or whatever goals they have, whether it's in sports or in life. Okay. Now, did you always grow up like wanting to play basketball? I know, like a lot of people, like a lot of times they play a bunch of different sports before they like focus on that one particular. Was it always basketball for you? Nah, man, it was football for me, man. Football. It was football. I grew up football fan. I was a big 49er fan growing up. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, like those type of guys. And then my mom ended up moving to Atlanta in like '93, man. And that totally changed my perspective. She got me into organized basketball. And I played football and basketball in middle school, and something hit me. I was going into the 9th grade, and I just totally switched to strictly basketball, and it paid off. Bet. Man, so I know, like one of my favorite players, because I'm an old school cat. I'm an old school guy. Yeah. So one of my favorite players that you probably played with was Al Jefferson. So you played with Big Al. Yep. How was it like playing with Big Al, man? Because I love the way, like, how he post up and, like, his knowledge. He know what to do when you get it. Yeah, what's crazy, man, Al is like, he wasn't the most athletic guy, man, but he was able to use his body. He knew how to use his body, man. And what's interesting, like, we were in the same recruiting class at Arkansas. Yeah, and he ended up opting going to the league. So just being in training camps and things like that.
So he was in high school when you was still in college.
I was in junior college.
Okay, gotcha.
So I want to say he's 2 years under me. And so his senior year was my second year in junior college. So I would have came in as a junior, and he would have came in as a freshman. But yeah, man, had real soft touch and was able to finish the basket, man. It's when you don't have the athleticism and other guys, you gotta find ways to be effective. With his size and height, skill set, he did a pretty good job at last time in the league.
Yeah. So now, was Michael Jordan still GM at the time?
Yes, he was.
He was. How was that? Did he ever offer you like any shoes, or did he ever like? He probably said like you probably ain't that. How was it?
So man, it wasn't weird, man. Like, so my first few games with Charlotte, I didn't even play, man. I was just there practicing and things like that. Which I'm very appreciative for, man. Like, I would have been cool with being thrown in the fire, but Coach Brown actually let me practice and get a feel for the game, and then when it was time, he put me in. And so when I had my exit meeting with Michael Jordan, he actually just told me, man. He said, man, he said, I don't really know much about you, but he said for you to be here, that says a lot. What Coach Brown think about you.
I could only imagine.
Yeah. So like that was his words, and he said, man, I watched you play. He said, man, your first game, you didn't look scared. And he said, man, whatever Coach Brown needed to do, just make sure you do that? He said, man, I honestly don't. He said, I don't have anything bad to say to you. And so like that was like his first conversation with me.
Right.
Outside of that, man, like he's a real good guy. He's down to earth, man. And I sat next to him on the bench when he was at the game and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Dang, that's what's up, man. So like, okay, now you coming from Arkansas and going to Charlotte, how big of a transition was that for you from jumping just like straight from the college game all the way
Man,
to the pros?
so what's crazy, man, so, you know, I didn't get drafted, right? And then I had to spend time in what it is, the G League now. It was the D League when I came out in 06.
Okay.
And so that transition was interesting, man, because I did not want to, I wanted to go overseas and play basketball. And I didn't meet my agent until like July. I'm doing my 5th year of school.
Okay.
And my agent at the time convinced me that, he actually convinced me that I was an NBA player, man. And I kind of listened to advice, and then I went to the D League, got drafted into the D League, won my first championship. I go overseas the next year, and then by my 3rd year, I had a chance to go back overseas and go to the D League. And I chose the D League because my team wouldn't give me the money I wanted.
Okay.
And then, you know, obviously I was able to kind of develop the game and do a lot of things that the scouts wanted to see me do. And I was able to obtain that call up to Charlotte, man. So, you know, those 3 years in between after college kind of helped prepare me. And then it was, you know, obviously the road less travel. So I was, you know, the work had already been done. And I felt like I was patient enough. You know, all the things that I had gone through prior to that, it kind of made me just kind of be ready for that moment.
Gotcha. Okay, so you go to, reading in the book, you went to Smyrna Community College.
I played at the Smyrna Community. I went to Atlanta Metropolitan.
Yeah, that's what it. Okay, Atlanta Metropolitan. Right. How did that rec center evolve you as a player? Because I know when I used to go to the rec center, that like helped me in certain ways. Because you playing kids your age, or you playing against people your age. Like, how did that develop your game? Were you playing against older people that's going to push you? know.
Yeah, man. So my mom, when she first moved up here, we moved to Smyrna, man, and she couldn't find any football leagues, or she just didn't. I don't know, one of the two.
Right.
But she put me in that community center. They had a rec league, man, and I don't know, man. Like, it was just something about basketball, man, and that center kind of shaped who I was. You know, my first 2 years, I think the first year I won a championship, and like back then it was co-ed.
Oh, okay.
So I remember it's me, a guy named Bubba. We had 2 girls on our team. One name was Maya. I can't remember the other girl, but like those days were just inspirational, man. And then, you know, I would ask my mom to drop me off later. Okay. And to like bring it full circle, my junior college, there was a guy at my junior college. He said, man, like, he came to me and said, man, you used to be at the Smyrna Community Center? And I said, yeah, like, I used to go when I was a kid. He said, man, you used to be in there with your ball, like, by yourself.
That's how
I said, man, like, you was there? He said, yeah, I used to play in this adult league over there. But that particular guy played at my junior college and was playing professional basketball at that time. And he was like, man, he said, your face looks so familiar, and that's where I know you from. Okay. So, man, like, you know, as I got older, I would go there, and then, you know, older guys would be there and stuff like that, man. So to answer the question, I did, and man, I owe a lot to the Smyrna Community Center, man. I really do. It was a big change in basketball in my life.
I know the rec center Warner Robin, man, kind of kept me off the street. Like, it kept me staying productive and doing something else. You know what I mean? That's one thing I think, like, my papa always used to say, like, he's like, at least, you know, I'd rather you be going up there every day than, you know, out here involved with something. Yeah. So, okay, like, dang, that's crazy. So, like, when you get to the NBA, like, did you have anybody that was like, that you was like a fellow rookie with you, or it was just you?
Yeah, so when I got to Charlotte, it was DJ Augustine was a rookie.
Okay, he went to Texas.
Yep, DJ Augustine that went to Texas. Sean Singletary that played at Virginia.